Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. I'm Mark Goldbridge. It's the flagship. It's the watch along. It's Brentford against Manchester United. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's Saturday night. We probably shouldn't be watching Premier League football, but we don't care because it's the return of real football. It's Manchester United and that's what we're here for tonight on a Saturday night. The clocks are going forward and so are Manchester United. We're going up the league. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. And nobody ain't gonna go. Nobody gonna stop us. Where we've got to win, actually. All jokes aside, we have got to win because Spurs have won and Villa have won. So we have to win because the league table, to be honest with you, looks a scary place tonight, Matthew. It does. It looks, it's not looking good. For Manchester United in the league tonight, especially with, well, I haven't even got a league table. Come on, do your bloody job. Oh, it's all the effort for the fucking countdown to kick-off, but none of my assets are in place. Where's my bloody league table? Come on. Come on. Here we go. Demanding bridge. Okay, I've got it. There we are. This is what I'm interested in. League table. That's how it looks at the moment. Manchester United currently in 6th place, but it's a big, big gap. We're 12 points behind Aston Villa. We are 9 points behind Tottenham. But we have got a game in hand on Tottenham, which takes it to 6. And we have got 2 games in hand on Villa, which takes it to 6. So the enormity of winning tonight is massive. This is big for Manchester United tonight. Of course it is. And we must find a way to win this game. This is how Manchester United are going to line up. I don't have a problem with it. Get your comments in. I do not have a problem with this lineup. I think it's the team that started against Liverpool. But on the bench tonight, you've got Mason Mount, you've got Casemiro, you've got Maguire, you've got Martinez. So these players are coming back, and I'm okay about that. Look, there is a weakness to the... I said McTominay would start. I have to say, I was right. I said McTominay would start, and surprise, surprise, he does. Height... Is it about the height or is it about the fact that Casemiro is not quite fit enough to start? But look, I watched Chelsea today on That's Football. They're rubbish. If we can beat Brentford today and we can beat Chelsea on Thursday, I still think we've got a reasonable chance of getting into the top 5. It's going to take a bit of a collapse from Villa or Spurs, and they didn't look like they were going to collapse today. But we have to put the pressure on. A lot of people talking about Martinez. The Butcher is back. He's on the chat. He's on the bench, as is Casemiro, which is good. But look, Jacob's done a super chat there. I'm disappointed Villa won, but they still have City, Arsenal and Liverpool left. Come on, United, make a statement. Look, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for United to get into the top 5. But what we need to do is just go out there and win games. It's as simple as that. There's no... yeah, it's absolutely fine. No doubt about that. 5 years and counting as a member of this incredible channel and community. Keep up the incredible shows, mate. I think it's your boy Calv deserves a massive shout out. He's been a member. He's had the badge in for 5 years. That's longer than a lot of players play for Manchester United. So absolutely fantastic, mate. Love that. I'm excited about this team tonight. You know, I think Rashford's got a point to prove. I think Garnacho, Mainu, and Rasmus are incredible young players. I think Bruno's got something to prove. I think McTominay scored 2 against them last time out. Lindelof next to Varane, playing for his place. Wan-Bissaka was very good at left back. Onana's been much improved, and Delo's your man of the season. So I think it's interesting. There's going to be goals in this game. We spoke about it on the preview. There's definitely going to be goals because Brentford don't keep clean sheets at home. They are something like, I said it in the preview, I think there's an 85% chance that you will get both teams scoring on a what do you call it? Both teams scoring on when Brentford play at home. So yeah, I think there's an absolutely massive chance of that happening. And yeah, I think Manchester United have got every chance of winning this game. There's I've got absolutely no doubt about it. I think we can do, and I think we will do. There'll be a lot of goals in it, definitely. What's going on with this here? What's that? Oh, I realise. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry, I just had a message. CR7, member for 29 months. Thank you very much. It's my birthday tomorrow and I'm hoping for a win, says Vol. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Z3 Music Official said, I caught a fish this morning. Cold beer in the cooler. Grill going for the fish. All needed now is a 3-1 win for United. Well, Z3, great minds think alike, because I absolutely am going to go for a Manchester United 3-1 win. That is my score prediction. Desperately need to win, says Patrick O'Connor. We do. Yeah, we've got to win. There's plenty more games to come. But yes. Rudolph the Red says, we've got the same birthday. How does it feel to share it with a legend like me? It's the day of the Liverpool game too. Let's go. Love you, pal. Happy birthday, Rudolph the Red. Yeah, on the day we play Liverpool. 3+ years, but a subscriber from 2017, says MMR19. Absolute legend. Love that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Manchester United 3-1 win here today. I just think... yeah, I think it's the way it's going to go. I really, really do. And has anyone got any problems with the team, actually? That's what I was trying to talk about, because I don't think I do, really. I think the team that he's picked really is the right team. I think there's clearly... We don't want to be rushing back players like Casemiro and Martinez, and then potentially having the problem that, you know, they're not fit to play. So I think that, yeah, it's the right thing to do. I wouldn't be rushing them back. No, I wouldn't. Okay, let me just pull this into here. There we go. I'm going to go that there, and I'm going to go that there, and we're all up and running. Lovely stuff. Thank you very much, everybody. I would play Eriksen instead of Bruno for more midfield control, says Sloggo. Well, I'm glad you're not the manager. Great show as always, Mark, says Stephen. Thoughts on Mason? He really needs to make a mark on this team. Well, I wasn't expecting Mason Mount to start this game. I think my big fear about this, and let's just have a quick look at the Brentford team. They are the opposition. Let's give them a bit of respect. I think when you look at Brentford, they will not have a lot of position. They won't have a lot of possession tonight. They will play on the break. Roslev, Lewis Potter, Wizard, Tony. They're going to break off Tony, of course. They'll be defensively well organised. They nearly kept a clean sheet against us at Old Trafford. We needed 2 stoppage time goals. But they're going to give the ball to us. And I think that, look, we're back to reality now. There goes gravity. Manchester United must win this game. If we don't win the game, we're in big, big trouble. There are people out there. There are streamers, there are TikTok accounts, there are Twitter accounts, there are journalists who pretend that they want Manchester United to win, but deep down, they just want to say, I told you so. I told you is a big, bold fraud. And that's what we're up against. There's people ready to write headlines about Manchester United and Erik ten Hag. Do you think Tony will score? Well, Joseph McNally does. He probably will, but... I think Varane should be more than capable of dealing with Ivan Toney tonight. Famous last words. Great show recently, Mark. Love the community, says Ozza. You're welcome, mate. Mark, a lot of people are worried about tonight's game. I feel we return the favour of a 4-0, says Mantis. And Michael says, I believe in United and we will win the game, but it will be a tough game. Let's go. Thank you very much for that. No, I think United win tonight. I mean, it's very difficult. I mean, I was looking at the results, and I'm a big believer that when you've been playing... the international break, you really don't want to play away from home. And look, I don't want to terrify anybody, but we have had already today 7 Premier League games and nobody's won away from home. It's not looking good for Villa. It's not looking good for Man United. It's not looking good for Arsenal tomorrow. It's statistically proven that after an international break, you are massively you have a massive advantage if you play at home after an international break. And look, it's been borne out today, but we know it anyway. There is no away winner in the league today. In fact, the best is Burnley. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. Fulham drew as well at Sheffield United, but Tottenham home win, Villa home win, Forest drew, Bournemouth home win, Newcastle home win. So we're trying to break the mould today. Michael says, Rasmus with a brace today. Speed, what's your prediction on tonight's game? 3-1 to Manchester United. You're still playing for Girth and Turf, says Ben. Mate, I'm willing to put the shirt on, but you have to get the invite. It's a very I don't know. It's a very layered leadership system there. There's a lot of people vying, there's a lot of noise. And, if I get the invite, I'll be on later tonight, but I haven't had the invite yet. So we'll see if I get one. Ricky says he ain't cut out for this job. Thanks for all the follows on TikTok. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget, we've got player ratings in the second half where you decide the player ratings. You mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. And of course, top right-hand corner, 836,000 subscribers. We're on the road to 2 million. Make sure you smash that button, subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. There was something I was going to say there. Yep, we're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock. Get involved. Man United got 3 games in a week. 3 games in a week. We play Thursday night against Chelsea. I feel that there's a momentum if we can win tonight, but obviously if we don't, it's going to be doom and gloom. So let's just tap that first home win in today. Hi, Mark. I'm tapping. What? You're tapping what? Hi, Mark. Tapping from New Zealand. 8:45 a.m. on Easter Sunday, and I'm completely hungover. 4-2 for United. I'm smelling a Rasmus away hat-trick. Yeah, you know what, Manor? I feel that it's very hard to predict before a game what's going to happen, but Rasmus sort of hasn't had the headlines for a while, has he? He came off quite early in the Liverpool game. It's all been about Mainu, Ahmad. I think Rasmus may be going under the radar a little bit. Maybe tonight will be his night. He'll certainly relish being fully fit to play 90 minutes and a physical game. It's all about the service. It's all about the service, though. You know, I said this during the international break. Rasmus Højlund has had the same amount of shots as Ivan Toney, and Ivan Toney didn't start playing until mid-January. That's a sad and sorry and disgusting indictment on Manchester United's creators that they cannot create chances for our striker. And I'm going to call it out every time I see it from now on. If I see Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno shooting from 35 yards, I'm going to call it out. Because until we start calling it out consistently, they'll keep doing it. You've got to provide the service for your striker if you want to win things. Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Liverpool, Man City, they're all having good seasons. They all create a lot of chances for Solanke, Watkins, Nunez and Haaland. So, come on. Red Army says, I know Maguire and Martinez are returning from injury, but this centre-back partnership will concede goals like the start of the season, says Red Army. Please say happy birthday to Ursula for tomorrow, Marquis, says Henry. Happy birthday for tomorrow, and thank you very much for that. Daniel Lugo is our first new member. Welcome to the Members Club. Get your badge in. Join Stephen K, Viraj, Sally, Jody, John Philatman, loads of badges in the chat. Love to see that. Get your comments in, of course. Welcome to the Members Club, Daniel. I'm going 3-1. I've been asked a few times now. I don't mind repeating it. UK Gold, I'm going for 3-1 to Manchester United tonight. What else have we got going on? Hope you're okay, Mark. Really fancy a win tonight, says Liam. Big up Leverkusen, says Robbo96. 13 points ahead of Bayern after today. Well done, Robbo. Unlucky for Harry Kane. I want to see Martinez, Mount and Casemiro start against Chelsea. Bring them on for the last half an hour today and let them ease their way in, says Jack. Love that as well. And Edgar says, I wish we could get the stats of Rasmus scoring with Scott on the field, and without Scott on, he gets in his way too much, says Edgar. That is something that, you know, I'm not gonna act like Carragher here. This would be Carragher telling you this. I can't believe it. Right, I've solved it. I've solved it. Right. Manchester United's midfield gets run over because Bruno and Scott keep running in the box. I've solved it. Hey up, I've solved it. You've solved nothing. You've solved nothing we don't already know. Manchester United get run over in the midfield because Bruno and McTominay go wandering like a naughty dog you've let off the lead and it can smell sausages. They go wandering off, they leave Mainu on his own, and a traditional structured midfield three swamps either Mainu or Casemiro. And that is what happens. So Manchester United, McTominay and Bruno need to be bloody disciplined in this game, otherwise we will get run over. Dilla says, are you all right, mate? Yeah, I am. I'm fine. Breaking news, says Cole. According to locker room sources, Ten Hag job has been offered to me. That's from Cole there. Lovely stuff. And United are losing, says Broski. And thank you very much for that massive insight. Thanks for the follows as well. Shout out to Give That, who joined as well. And Lucas, welcome. We are 13 minutes away from kickoff here. Bruno already has a yellow coming into this game, says Hector. How does that work? If he gets a second yellow, he doesn't get sent off. That's not how it works. Are you worried, excited for this game? Look, Daniel, anybody who's been watching the United stand knows me. I'm an excitable prat, but I'm also somebody that relishes the big game. Yeah, I do, you know. I mean, look, some people get thrown into situations and they panic. I relish it. Let's have a go, you know. And I think that these are the games where you know, if you're at home to Notts County, you're expected to win. Things can only go wrong. If you're away to Brentford, we've got to win. But you're not going to win in this league by, you know, just turning up. You've got to deliver. And we've seen that. I mean, look at Fulham at home before the international break. Absolutely batter Spurs. Go to Bramall Lane, they'll be thinking 3 points. Sheffield United give it a go, 3-3. They have to come back from 3-1. So I think it's I think these are the games that I look forward to. What I would say is, and I'm not going to lie about it, if we were to lose tonight, then I think that we would certainly be out of the race for Champions League football, which would be, you know, it'd be massively disappointing, let's be honest. So yeah, I can't deny that. It's yeah, it'd be disappointing. Right, let's get ready to rumble. Are we beating Coventry? Of course we're gonna beat Coventry. I said bleat. Ain't that what sheep do? Well, I tell you what, they're not sheep. What are Coventry? They've got an elephant on their. I tell you what, they have got an elephant. They used to Coventry City. Let me just check. Coventry City badge. Definitely going to get clipped, but you know what? Who cares? Coventry City's badge has got an elephant on it, and it's definitely got an elephant on it. And oh, what's that? It's Eric Ten Hag riding the elephant with the whole team. Yeah. We're going to ride that elephant all the way out of Wembley, all the way around Wembley, and all the way to the FA Cup final. So, of course, we're going to beat Coventry. I mean, it'd be embarrassing if we don't. Respect to Coventry, you know, but we've got to beat them. You know, I can't be arsed with jinxy, defeatist cowards. We're Manchester United. We're going to beat Brentford. Bumblebee's my arse, and I'm not scared about a bumblebee sting either. Because when a bumblebee stings, they die. So you better sting well, because you ain't taking us down. Oh, you've stung me on the arse. Oh, it's a bit painful. You're dead. I'm not. I can put up with a bit of pain in the... No, I don't want to put up with... I don't want that to be an invite, that I can put up with a pain in the arse. That's not an invitation. I'm not being subtle there and saying, you know, hello, the back door's open. It's shut. It's locked. What I'm talking about is a bumblebee sting on the arm. Let's just take it to a safe place. A bumblebee sting on the arm. Oh, it hurts a little bit, but you're dead. I'm not. And now I'm stamping on you and your dead carcass. So, yeah, elephants, bumblebees. Don't phone the RSPCA. In fact, do phone the RSPCA, because I don't think they cover elephants or bees. I think they're only interested in dogs and cats. Anyway, I don't know where we're wandering off to there. Thanks for the follow, Sebas and Daniel and Jonas. You're legends. Thank you very much. Have you been drinking, says Jam? No. This is just enthusiasm. Get me in the dressing room. It's not an invitation. Stop offering out. Mark, are Young and Peacock better than our midfielders? I'd love to bring that back. TUSFC, I'd love to bring it back. Mark, who's scoring tonight, says the Wheelbarrow. Well, come on. You know, I choose the hoodies deliberately. You know, I've done it with Bruno. I've got a Bruno t-shirt. I've got a Butcher. I've got the Garnacho. I've gone Rasmus tonight. So, a bit of Rasmutas. A bit of Rasmus. It's Easter. Gladiator. Maximus. It's Easter. I think The Gladiator is the best Easter film you can watch. Wow. Maximus, you subbed off, Maximus. Get on. Rasmus. That's what we're going for. So, lovely stuff. 4-0 hammering. Rasmus hat-trick. Come on, United, says Jack. I'm going 3-1. See Jack in. Also, hope we see some action from Anthony Mount and Kambwala in the second half. Florian, if I'm being honest with you, I love you, but I couldn't give a shit about Anthony Kambwala or Mason Mount or any other sub. Win the bloody game with the players that we've got. Coventry are the real Sky Blues, says Matt. Look, any other team, I like Coventry. I think Mark Robbins has done great. Luke Hughes says, I'm going to be in Tenerife on a stag do on semi-final day. You'll have a great day then, mate, because we're going to win. We're going to win. Watching while making pizzas in my own pizzeria in the Netherlands. What's your favourite pizza when you're not on a diet, Mark? I love, you could call it a Goldbridge if I was popular in the Netherlands. You'd never sell it anywhere, to be honest. Southgate is manager or Stinkface. I don't know who that is, David Knight. My favourite pizza topping, and it's going to be controversial, is bread, the base, tomato. I've done the obvious. Right, the toppings are going to be pineapple, ham, and chicken. Pineapple, ham, and chicken. Put a bit of pepper on, onion. Yeah, we're winning with that. Thank you very much. Not interested in any complaints about that. How tall is Goldbridge? Is mediocre. I'm 6 foot. It's been proven on a TikTok video. Check my homepage. Shulman lost me at pineapple. Thank you very much for the follow, Cash. We're 6 minutes away from the start of this game. Haven't watched Ted Lasso. Viraj. A bit of a boring pizza, that, says Greg. I don't think you can describe pineapple on a pizza as boring. You can describe it as disgusting, but you can't describe it as boring. Can you show United lineup, please? Of course I can. It should be on a roll round. That's my fault. Okay, that's the United lineup for you. Martinez, Casemiro, Maguire, Mount are on the bench. There are others on the bench as well for Manchester United tonight, including Amrabat, Maguire, Martinez, Mount, Ericsson, Casemiro, Anthony, Heaton and Kambwala. So it's quite a strong bench for Manchester United. Right, I'm going to start the stats carousel, sponsored by OneFootball. You can download that through the link in the description. That's the enormity of the job Manchester United have got to get top four. But fear not, we've got 2 games in hand on Aston Villa. One of those is Sheffield United at home. One of them's tonight. So don't give up. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on Manchester United. We've still got a chance. We've still got to get together. Together in electric dreams. You're watching this with electricity. We'll always be together. Together in electric dreams. Come on, let's do it. We can do this tonight. MX, thanks for the follow. We will win tonight, says Jack Glancy. And if you don't like it, you can take it up. Take it up where? Oh no, it says take it up with God. I thought it said take it up the arse. Jack, that would have been funny and ruthless. I thought you said we will win tonight, and if you don't like it, you can take it up the arse. He didn't say that. He said we will win tonight, and if you don't like it, you can take it up with God. Take it up with the PM or take it up the arse. He did say take it up the arse. He did. Oh, I should have read the whole lot. He said if we will win tonight, and if you don't like it, you can take it up with God, you can take it up with the Prime Minister, or you can take it up the arse. I don't care. Come on, United. Jack's in a ruthless mood. Let's hope Manchester United are as well. Darren Maguire says Højlund anytime and a 2-0 win. Fingers crossed. I'm going 3-1. That's what I'm doing. Jack says, hi Mark, this light show is a bit cringe when you're in a relegation scrap, is it not? Also, Sky having Radnip and Dion Dublin in the studio is rough. I haven't got it on at the moment, mate, but if Redknapp and Dion Dublin are the build-up to this match, then I'm half expecting Anton Deck to start performing at half-time. Maybe Astrid Wett's going to come on as well. I mean, they've all got to make a bit of money, but it's very, very Z-list. Thumbnail is clean as fuck, says Fruits. Sorry for swearing, but when we're talking about the thumbnails, he's probably right. We're wearing the hideous kit, says Andy. And Brentford have scored first many times this season, but often bottle it, says Saw. Lovely stuff. They've bottled it more times than Coca-Cola. Let's get a good start, says George. We're winning this. If I know football like I think I know football, we're winning this. I haven't felt this confident since Yeah, that wasn't a good result, actually. But I am confident. They beat us last time. Big shout out to all the super chats on YouTube. Absolute legends. Please do subscribe just before kick-off. I'm just going to give it a shout out because we're only 200 subscribers away from 837,000 people watching. That is brilliant. I'm a quick typer. Oh yeah. Can you film the match? No. It's not allowed. And you've just reminded me, actually. Where's me timer? Here it is, lads. Here it is. Get that off. That's what she said. Get that off as well. That's what she said. Get it on. Get it on. There we go. Okay, we're ready to go here. Ooh, I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Thanks, everyone who's tuning in. Good to go. Good to go. Let the referee know we're ready. I'm ready. Would Rashford make the bench for the 08 Manchester United squad, says Mario? I think as a bench player, there's nothing wrong with Rashford. He offers something a bit different. I mean, he's not terrible. Tonight could be his night. Could be not. Could be. Could be his night. No excuses, just focus, says Taggart. Very good detective series, that. Let's pick up the runners. That's all I'm going to say. Tactically, 3 things I'd say about this game. 1, score a goal, or 3. 2, pick up the runners. And 3, let's be a little bit patient with the ball because they're going to give us plenty of it. Sebastian says, Menu Masterclass. And let's go United and subscribe to this masterpiece, says Werner. I'm hoping for a win tonight, says Jacob. Oh, I'm hoping for a win as well. Kobe Mainu and Ivan Toney taking up the cameras here. Obviously, Ivan Toney is going to be revved up like a Randy Rhino, chasing everything down. He's putting himself in the shop window tonight. There's no doubt about that. And he will want to do that by scoring goals. But it's Manchester United in their awfully dreadful crap kit. But let's hope that's not... I don't like this kit because they're wearing white and red and we're wearing white and green. We shouldn't be wearing a stripe. It's a bit of a kit clash. If I was playing FIFA, people would say this is a kit clash. We should be wearing the... well, we haven't got another kit, actually. You can't wear reds. You can't wear white. Yeah, you have got to wear this. You've got to. Look how high Bruno and McTominay are straight away, though. It's a special kit. A lot of people like the kit. Well done. Takes all sorts. Idiots need to spend their money. Nah, I'm only joking. You spend your money on what you like. Right, Brentford have got the ball at the moment. Knocking it about. Rasmus with leading the press. We haven't spoken about that, but that's very important as well. Bit of time for Lindelof. Lindelof playing as the right-sided centre-back. Varane playing as the left-sided centre-back. And Barry says, and so it begins. And so it does. Fine, man. Some people do like the kit. My daughter loves the kit. I had to buy it for Christmas. Oh, that was dangerous by Onana, but it's a lovely turn by Kobe Mainu. That's what I'm talking about. How many times do I have to talk about this? Mainu's ability to... He's a structure breaker. He's a structure breaker. Like, that ball goes into him. He takes his man on. He's into space. What was wrong with the blue kit, says Kenneth? See that there from Mainu, though. Spins his man into space, creates space for everybody else. They are coming out to enter Sandman, but nobody's smashing a beer can in their forehead. If you watched ECW back in the day, you know what I mean, says Jack Glancy. Love your hoodie, Mark, says Sam Bolton. Yeah, you can get them on the United Stand Shopify page or go through the YouTube page. Freddie says, who do you think's going to win tomorrow, Man City or Arsenal? I think City are going to win. I don't want them to, but I think the title is going to be theirs because the PGMOL have basically given them about 5 more points than they should have. Abe wants to sell McTominay. Brentford into the box already. Mainoo's there. McTominay's clearance is to a Brentford player, but Bruno sticks his foot out. And here's Rashford now. This is a good position. Head up. Wait. Pass. Bruno. Ooh, just wide. That wasn't too bad from Rashford. You can't moan about that. Wasn't too bad. What the fuck? Going on there, sorry. Daniel wants us to make some subs already. Bellingham followed the host. Thank you very much, Bellingham. Brentford has started off all right here. Man United just need to settle down, have a little bit of the ball. Here's Bruno. Bad pass. Nice ball into Garnacho. Look, this is where we've got to be patient because they're just going to give the possession up here. Have I got the stats carousel actually rolling round here? Yes, you have. You should see the stats coming through. Nice bit of patience. Look how well organised Brentford are. Very deep. Back to Onana. Sorry, I'd lost my chat there. Oh, come on. Stop fucking about. There we go. Well done, Wan-Bissaka on the back post. He's got himself injured there, the Brentford player, Ivan Toney. I think he just twisted his ankle a little bit off the pitch. He'd be a good player to go off. He won't come off. Not in a game like this. It's too important to him. It's too important to him. He's got a point to prove here. Corner to Brentford, though. This is where they can be dangerous on set pieces. Plenty of height for United. McTominay's hair might get in his eyes. Forget the fashion and trim your fringe. Headed wide by Toney. I love the content, Mark. Let's say you have large arms to headlock a bear or Glock to take on a tiger. Which one would you take? Tiger. Mark, is Mason Mount off? Left wing, right, far-fetched? Is that kid vid? Well, we're never going to drop Rashford. Welcome to the Members Club, Gallinero. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Welcome. Join the club. How many points do you think we need to have that 5th or 4th place finish to qualify for the Champions League? I think you've got to win 8 of your last 10 to have a sniff. I don't know how many points that is, but, well, it's 24 points, isn't it, from 30? And even that might not be enough. But if we can win 8 of our last 10, that'd be an incredible end to the season, wouldn't it? Struggling to get a foothold here at the moment, though. It's been a bit of a slow start from United. Onana already having to go long. but we'll win a throw-in here high up the pitch. Zeta says we're playing like shit. Well, that's one way of putting it. Dave says, are you a secret Arsenal fan? Dave's trained, sorry. No, I just don't like Man City. So, of course I want them to start. Of course I want them to win tomorrow. I don't think they will, though. I think Man City will win. As I said, after the international break, you want to be playing at home. We've had 7 Premier League games today. No away team has won yet. Terrible pass by Delo. Varane has to come across, and it's a bit sloppy from United here. Brentford at the moment just seem to have more to it. Do you think Wan-Bissaka makes a better left-back in the situation than Delo at left-back, says Vic? Do I think Wan-Bissaka... Yeah, I want to keep Delo at right-back. As an American, do any people in the UK have guns, says Danny? No. Only authorised people. The police. Nice ball by Delo. Here we go. Rasmus. Oh, he didn't need to take that. He should have let that run. He'd have been on. Come on. Calm down. Mainu. Nice feet. Rasmus. Into Garnacho. This is better. This is much better. McTominay. Lovely ball out to Rasmus. To Rashford. Back into Rashford. Don't know what that was. Again, the pass needs to go into the box there. I don't know what he was trying to do. Little bit better from United in the last minute or so in the relation to how we're moving the ball. Got to score. I've said it before. I say it again. Got to score the first goal. If Brentford score the first goal, probably win. We score the first goal, I think we win. Here's Bruno into Wan-Bissaka. Bruno does well to win that and gets a throw in. Farmers have guns. Yeah. I don't really want to talk about guns. I don't care. Honestly, I don't really care how slow the first 10 minutes are as long as we win. You know? Mark, City is bigger than United. Time to expect it. Well, you're not bigger. You're better. You're not bigger. It's like saying a double-decker bus is bigger than a Porsche. You're not bigger. Here's Brentford on that break. Plenty of numbers back though. McTominay tracking back is good. Don't want to get broken on today, and I think already you can see that. Cross comes into the back post. McTominay needs to get a bit tighter there. Shouldn't be any opposition player controlling it in the box like that. We need to be tighter. If Højlund scored tonight, is it 7 games in a row, says Metro? No, that's a good ball. Oh no, he's done well there. Come on, pick up the second ball. McTominay's just bloody jogging. It's not quick enough. He's not quick enough at this level. Good cross. Varane gets on the end of it. Needs to be a lot quicker there. Lovely play by Mainu and Rasmus. That needs to go to Rasmus. That needs to go to Rasmus. Here's Garnacho. Head down. Look, where's he going? Terrible ball because his head's down. Bruno's still got it. Is bigger always better, says Sia. No. Thanks for the follow, Despacito, Evma and Shane. Love that. They look asleep, says Lord Turtle. It has been a bit of a slow start from Manchester United, yeah. Cockney10 says, love the content, Mark. Big up yourself and the United Stand community. Thank you very much, mate. Hope you're doing well. Look, call a spade a spade. It's been shit this start, but I'm not saying Man United have been shit. Both teams have been pretty boring. They're feeling each other out. A bit of foreplay maybe, but as I said, it's about who scores first, who puts the ball in the goal. You know what I mean? Nice little ball by Varane. That's a really good ball by Varane to Garnacho. Bit of space. There's not a lot of space out there because Brentford are so compact, which is why you want to score first. But Garnacho overruns that, and again, it's that carelessness in the final third, isn't it? Whether it's overrunning the ball, final pass, wrong pass. Again, United stuck in old habits of wasting opportunities right across the front four. Ever found yourself in Hull, says Cameron? I don't think I have, actually. No, I've never been to Hull. Man United passes have been too static. No movement in the opposition's box, says Nigel. Well, I mean, that's a problem we've had all season. Creativity. Dom says, McTominay is about as useful as Oscar Pistorius having tuber verruca treatment. Oscar Pistorius. Oh, yeah. He ain't got no legs, has he? Yeah, I see what you've done there, yeah. Rashford, edge of the box. Good pass into Bruno. Lay it off. Shoot, Delo. Corner. That's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for. Whack, says Danny. Done that, done that, done that. Okay. Corner to United. Have you ever been to Leeds? I have been to Leeds, Connor. Happy Easter to the United stand, says Daniel. How much would it take to come? Cameron. Enough. Here's Rashford again. Pass it. Not a bad cross. Headed away. Tumbleweed says Fulham are bigger than City and they've only got the cottage. You know what? If I was Marcus Rashford, I would just do what I do on pro clubs sometimes. Just find your way into a game by not doing too much. Make the tackle, pass the ball to better players. Like, he really does need to take the pro clubs approach of just feel your way in, get the ball, pass it off. I mean, if anyone's ever played pro clubs and you're playing with good players, it's sort of what you do in the first few games. Get the ball, pass it off, and everyone goes, good pass. But Rashford just seems to want to do too much with it. Just pass it off. Feel your way into the game. Grow in confidence. Get a few cheers and a few shouts. Wasteful and careless again, says Pascal. It never changes. Right, here he is again. Let's watch what he does. Is he going to pass it? Is he going to take someone on? Yeah, pass it into Manu. That's the right thing. We just need to be patient here. Brentford have got so many players behind the ball. That's not a foul. Not bad, ref. Rashford, wasteful and Hoyland in the graveyard shift, says Aman. Quillen says, what do you think of Brighton? I think it'll be a bloody miracle if they beat Liverpool at Anfield tomorrow. I mean, it could be an audition for De Zerbi for the Liverpool job. Where are they going to go next? I tell you what, it's been a long 15 minutes, this. It really has. Brentford with the cross, goes out. A lot of people talking about McTominay in the box there. The build-up play is far too slow and predictable, says Terence. Well, my concern so far is we've just whipped a few crosses into the box to Rasmus when he's surrounded by three centre-backs. So we've got to be a lot better on the ball than this. I mean, that's just not the solution of a Man City, an Arsenal, a Spurs, a Liverpool. You know, you're not just going to whip crosses into the box. Hey, come on. You've got to want it more there. Lazy defending there. Well done, Lindelof. But that Brentford striker, watch this. Look how quick he is to go and get that ball. Quicker than Varane, quicker than Wan-Bissaka, puts a cross in, and Lindelof does really well. Martinez is on the bench, Evma. Look at Lindelof and Varane on the halfway line, says Wazza. Cross into the back post. Oh, big chance for Brentford there on the back post. I think Varane's blocked it. Have you attended any Man United away games? If so, what games were they? Says Jar Jar Binks. I've attended plenty, mate. Not for many years though. I'm trying to think. The last one I did was probably Villa Park, actually. Probably Villa Park 2013, I think it was. Another corner for Brentford. We can't. If we concede first in this game, I'm worried. Wake up United, says Alex Jones. Bruno's the worst at looking after the ball, says Premium. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. Another corner for Brentford here. Why does McMuffin always try to steal the ball from Highland in the box, says Bruno? It's just because that's what he does. That's who he is. That's what he is, isn't it? You know. Lindelof's been lively so far, says Clark. Another cross comes in. And Varane again. Having a good game, Varane, so far. Oh, Bruno, not there. It's got Liverpool all over it again. They're queuing up on the edge of the box. Mark them up, for God's sake. McTominay's not tight enough again there. I can feel a Brentford goal coming up here. We're not picking up the men. You know what? We need to go up by about 20% here. Brentford are way quicker than us. And Arnest listens to Elton John every corner. I'm still standing, says Fred. Please call my friend Krista a Pratt, says Timothy Gillespie. Free kick to Brentford on the edge of the box. Every time Rashi gets the ball, you guy got something dumb to say. The box is crowded. You have to take a few players on to open up space. No, you don't, Tevin. That's your opinion. And I'm going to express an opinion. You don't run into traffic when there's a simple pass on to retain the possession and lose the ball. Could you lot help us, Newcastle fans, out and buy Sean Longstaff for 40 million, says Alex. No, buy McTominay for 50. Thanks for the follow, Lamborghini and Football Quote. Scores 0-0, Ryan. Do you like Lindelof, says Felix? I don't dislike him. I think he's the quintessential third or fourth choice centre-back. Number one, Levi. Hope you're doing well. Free kick into the box. Another corner for Brentford. I mean... I think the defence is doing well. Lee Cape Town, I'll come back to your chat in a minute. Just got to see what happens with this corner here. 20 minutes gone for United. It's one of them games. It's on a knife edge at the moment. Could go either way. It's all about who scores first. Time and time again. Someone's got to go and attack that header there. Lee says, hi Mark, is McTominay a striker or a midfielder? Always in the way of Rasmus. Reminds me of a guy I knew in the then talking to a girl. Yeah, that's a good one actually. As usual, looks like they haven't shown up to play, says Mank in LA. And Nick P says, why is it time teams like West Ham and Newcastle can put on a show after an international break and we look like we're on the beach? And Fairway 5 says, United are playing like your pizza toppings, great individually, but collectively a load of crap. I think this team is playing for Eric Ten Hag, but Rashford isn't, says Armin. Another long ball out from the back. You can't play long balls against Brentford. It's a lovely ball into the wing. Manana gets on the cross. Got to win the second ball, says Gabriel. Liam says, how do you think Rashford's playing this season? Well, here he is on the ball. Got space. Nice pass into McTominay, into Bruno. Delow. McTominay was the pass there. McTominay was the pass there. McTominay was the pass there. Puts the cross in, goes for a goal kick. He should have passed that to McTominay there. In that position, McTominay's in a lovely position. And I don't think crosses into the box against Brentford are going to work. I think they're just going to say, yes, please. If United get top 4, would you get the McSauce cut? Says Herschel. Can you call my bro Abraham a Pratt? Says Junglehead. And look at Spurs today. You just got to win the game, you know. You'd expect Spurs to beat Luton. They did it the hard way. Still 3 points. Oh dear. Oh dear. Lindelof. Tony. It's the post. It was lovely play by Brentford, that. And that's a let-off. That is a real let-off. The way they play through the midfield here. I mean, I don't know who's marking who, but look at this. That's straight into the heart of our midfield. That's what I mean about space. Varane has to come forward. Lindelof loses his man. Tony hits it well, but hits the post. I don't think he was offside. Took it well. Should have been 1-0. But that goes back to the pass into the midfield. There's a Brentford player stood in the number 10 position, central, completely unmarked, because Mainoo's gone with somebody else and there's nobody else to play in a 2. Again, midfield not picking up the runners. We're very lucky not to be losing this game now. Anana should be coming to get that. That's the keepers, that is. That is the keepers there. That is in the 6-yard box on the fucking back post. That is crap. I'm sorry. That cross there for the corner was hung up on the back post in the 6-yard box. He's got to come and get that. Coventry season ticket holder going to Wembley for FA Cup, and I do think my team can win regardless. I'll enjoy watching good football, says Connor. I would wish you good luck, but obviously I can't. Can you call Tyonia Pratt, says Ronald? And I should just do cameos calling people Pratt for 50 quid. If United get top 4, would you get... I'm not doing that. You called it, mate. No midfield. Poor me and Mainu left all on his own again. Yeah. See me? I know. You can already see the subs, can't you? Please do subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We're getting close to 837,000. We're only 100 away. Have you ever missed a watch-along, says Milford? Yeah, I've missed a couple. I think the last one I missed was Norwich away, just before Christmas. I think Ten Hag was in charge. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Adam says Man United won't get top... We will get top 6. It might be 6th, but we will get top 6. What the frig does Casper offer to this midfield, says Steve Woodley? Well, he'll pop up with a goal in a minute. He'll wander into the box, into Rasmus's area, and strike it in the bottom corner. Thanks, Mark. My 1-year-old is walking around going, fucking back post. This is Brandon. Sorry. Well, you know. Apologies. Mark, McTominay's the guy who stands over your shoulder at the self-checkout line while entering your PIN to your credit card. No midfield again, says Fergie99. Oh, God. Mainu jumps in. Light old pass. Well done, Delow. It's Scrappy. Where's Scooby-Doo? Because it's definitely Scrappy-Doo so far. Can you call my brother Hector a Pratt? Says that kid. Vic. Hector, you're a Pratt. People saying get Rashford off. Good tackle by Delo. Tor says never ever start Scott McTominay again. He's a last 15-minute player. Kobe reminds me of a young Carrick and Khedira, says Alexandra. When did Khedira retire? He sort of fell off a cliff, didn't he? He was around and then he wasn't. I never noticed him retire. Decent player as well. Can you call Onana a prat, says Alinka. Would you swap Son for Højlund, says Elliot. No. I'd love Son at Man United, but I wouldn't swap Rasmus. Well done, Garnacho. McTominay does well there, actually. Here we go. Delo into Garnacho. Lovely play. He's got to find a pass. This is good. Bruno, one touch into Wan-Bissaka. This is good play by United. We've created a bit of space. Where's Wan-Bissaka going to go? Back into Bruno. That's the ball again. McTominay, that's okay. Delo whips the cross. And keeper keeps it in. For God's sake. No clue what to do in possession. It's a tough watch, says Rahul. And Mario Franco says, I cannot comprehend this Rashford downfall. Here we go. Getting broken on again. Look. Pick up the runners and you're fine. Fam, for fuck's sake, says Sumi, I am £220, powerlift and hate running, and I can promise you I'd run more than that Pratford. I've had it with him. Christ, 300k a week and you won't run. I've got to put my hands up. The reason I'm not going in on Rashford is I haven't actually noticed what you've noticed. I mean, we all watch the game in a different way, and I've got a live chat. I haven't really noticed what people are talking about, if I'm honest with you. So I'll cut him a little bit of slack. But I'm not going to doubt you lot. Mainu isn't a 6 and McTominay can fuck off as an 8, says the wheelbarrow. No, McTominay's not an 8. He's a 10. But he ain't good enough to be a 10 in a team like this. And Mainu's an 8, you're right. There we go, Onana, that's it. Come and catch the ball, piece of piss. Hey, Rashford, that's the ball. There we go. Bit of space for Rashford. Good first touch. Into the space we go. Go on, you got the ball at your feet. He'll run now. He'll run now. There you go, give it to Bruno. Tony made Mainu dive like a fish, says Danny. Yeah, but they didn't score. Clip it up and put it on fucking Twitter. Oh, look at what Tony did to Mainu. Did they score? Is it 0-0? No. Out of context clip. Shove it up your arse. Get Casemiro on, says Gabriel. It depends how many minutes they can play. No, good ball into Rasmus. It should have gone to Bruno, I think. But he's done well to win it back. Got to win. Look at that league table. Got to win. I've played the game. Let him speak, Simon. You're a prat. There you go. There's 3 of mine catchphrases in 3 seconds. 100 subscribers away from 837,000. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Thanks for all the follows as well. United's definitely second best so far. We have had slightly more possession than Brentford, but we've had no shots on target at all. Neither teams have, but they've had 6 corners. We've had none. I thought Chelsea was shit today, but they'd probably give us a beating playing like this. It's all about the structure. Varane's having a good game. My man of the match so far. I agree. Jordan, great minds. Girth and Turf later, marks his heart. I have had the invite. Hopefully I'll get some game time. About 11 o'clock. Oh yeah, Brentford are definitely on top here, Moon. He says Tony hit the post. Oh, for fuck's sake. Mark! Who's marking him there? On the back post. Couldn't mark a piece of paper with shitty hands, this team. How has he drifted off to the back post there, unmarked? Another bit of woodwork. It's like Woody the Woodpecker. He's on double time here. Post, bar. You can't let the... We're so bad at marking. We're so bad at marking. For years. Years. I remember this used to be the thing with Ollie. Used to talk about it with Ollie. People in the box. Terrible. Is Prat a real word, or did you come up with it, Milford? No, Prat is a word. I mean, I grew up with the word Prat, so I definitely didn't invent it. I think I brought it back into the modern day, but no, Prat was always around. Love the content. Disgusted to read about death threats. What's wrong with people? Says Stephen. Thanks very much for your super chat, Stephen. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday night. Since Eric Ten Hag came, only City's won more games. Thoughts? Says Arish Ashia. Dear board, sell Rashford, McShite and any others that can't be asked to put in a shift in. 350k a week and for this dross, and the media blame the manager, says Old Soul. And Terence says, Rashford's absolutely pathetic. No Euros for him. I've got to be honest, I haven't seen anything from Rashford that's any different to anybody else here. I mean, that's a good ball. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Give it back to Rashford. Do not shoot. Oh, it's a bad pass. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Tony up against Lindelof. It's not Tony. Oh, he's had him on toast there. It was Tony. It was Tony. That's all because Rashford gives the ball away. You can't get in a position where Ivan Toney's one-on-one with Lindelof. That's a classic Brentford counter, by the way. Win the ball on the edge of their own box, bang. Yeah, Lindelof's got to show him down the line there as well. Don't show him inside. Here's Rashford. I've just said he's having a mare. I think he was offside anyway, and he should have passed. This is why many of us don't trust this team. After good performances, a great result against Liverpool, then they play the next game. Eric not at fault, says Cyber Spider. And Udit says, I don't understand why Ten Hag keeps playing wing-backs more advanced than wingers near the opposition box and wingers being left to defend, says Udit. Who cut McGriddle's hair? He looks like a Highland cow. Go back to hairdresser, mate, and get that sorted, or I'll do it for free, says Jack Glancy. And Rasmus never knows what pass is coming. There's no consistency, says the Wheelbarrow. Thank you very much. United, till I die 3 says, how are we playing, Mark? Out of 10, 5 in a word, crap. Yeah, we're fortunate not to be 1-0 down. It's not good. Brentford are knocking on the door, really. Not surprising, bad players are inconsistent, says Mario Franco. Well, the problem is, anywhere you go in the Premier League, people will have a go at you. Sheffield United, we only won by 1 goal. Luton, I think we only won by 1 goal. Burnley, we only won by 1 goal. So everywhere you go, you know people are going to have a go at you. And it's always the same with United. If 3 or 4 players don't turn up, it becomes a grind. And unfortunately, 2 or 3 players haven't turned up again. Aldo says Rashford only comes alive on the counter-attack. His decision-making stinks. There is no system of play. It's shockingly the same old. The only positive from this is that we've created absolutely nothing. We've played total shit. 2 shots, nothing on target. 1 corner, they've had 7. We played absolutely terribly creatively. Things can only get better. RNC, would you make any subs in the second half? Mate, I'd make 3 straight away. We can't bring Ahmad on because he's suspended, but Anthony off the right, put Garnacho back on the left, take Rashford off, McTominay for Casemiro, move Mainoo more advanced, Martinez for Lindelof. If they're anywhere near match fit, those 3 subs. Oh, here we go again. Fucking hell. How is this not 1-0 to Brentford? I mean, they're queuing up. They're queuing up. Absolutely dreadful. Just not picking up the runners again. Little Bibbles says they should be 2 or 3 up. Chelsea's way better than Man United, says Sholan. Yeah, that's why you're in the bottom half of the table, mate. Come on, grow the fuck up. Stop talking out your arse. You're never going to achieve anything in life with lying to yourself. Good ball by McTominay. Here's Garnacho. Oh, come on. We're just giving the ball away all the time. Oh, again. Again. Okay, now we can't string 2 passes together here. Change the kit at half time. Kit clash, that's the reason. We've had a chat here. Would you rather do... I can't read the name because it's... I don't recognise those letters. But Mark, would you rather do watch United play for 7 hours straight or sit on a burning chair made from nails? Remy says, on Rashford's worst day, still 3 times the player Anthony has ever shown himself to be. That sub will end our chances in the game. There you go. Is Eric Ten Hag training this team to be another Moments FC? What am I watching? These players look like they just came off the plane from international break, says Amir. Well, they literally... Wan-Bissaka's just been booked here. Yeah, it looks a bit off. You know, considering how well Wan-Bissaka played against Salah, he looks off tonight. He's lost his runner a couple of times as well. This football is on Ten Hag. It's not hard to see, says Qatarish. With a name like that, what a surprise. And this is clear that the coach is being outplayed, says Augustus Plays. And Nick P says, well, start playing in the second half. Scotty will get man of the match for scoring the winner and pointing at the badge aggressively, says Nick P. They look tired, says Young Kem. Oh, Tony's gone in there. And he's given... It's on Varane. That looked nasty to me. That looked nasty to me. I don't know why the referee hasn't given a free kick. It looked at least a free kick. Nowhere near the ball. He pulls out. No, they won't show a good angle of that, will they? Because it's an English player. That was a foul. Anyway, another corner for Brentford. Rashford only moves in the nightclub. Chuck him a San Miguel marks a spin. Mainu Rice Jude in midweek to this. Feel for him, says Tom. "40 minutes and we've done absolutely nothing." Why did he refuse the pass to Wan-Bissaka then, Delo? What has Garnacho done this half? Answer that, says Tevin. That's a fair point. You know, a lot of criticism for Rashford. Garnacho's not had a good half either. Take Garnacho off, his touch is like a trampoline, says J Drums. The difference is one's a 19-year-old up-and-coming player, the other's on 350k a week and is 26 and meant to be a senior player. Kimmich as 6 instead of McSaws would stabilise the midfield, says Florian, and his mentality would help the team. I think he's the missing piece, says Florian. Here's Rashford. The fuck is that? Fucking shooting from 40 yards. Absolute fucking waste of time. It's the lack of respect and indiscipline in a game where we've got no foothold in the game at all. I know it's a good idea to shoot from 40 yards. It's exactly the wrong thing to do. If I was the coach, I'd be fuming with that. Exactly the wrong thing to do when you've had no foothold in the game. Well done, Lindelof. Another corner. This is going to be the 9th corner for Brentford. Anyone who blames Ten Hag for this needs to grow up, says AV. Aman says Ten Hag's not to blame, but if he doesn't sub off Rashford and McTominay, it is on him. Curtis says, remind me which club is fighting for a Champions League spot and which is 15th in the table. Well, they're fighting relegation, I suppose, in a way, Curtis. When will our wingers feed our strikers, says MOT. Shane says Rashford shoots from 25 yards. Terence, can anyone not see the determination isn't there? Another corner here for Brentford. Let's see what happens. Edge of the box. Well done, Lindelof. Oh, no. Get it out. Edge of the box. Mark them up, for God's sake. Why don't we mark closely? Straight at the keeper. Coming to England for the first time next week. Going to both the Chelsea and Liverpool games. Not going to have a voice when I get back to the States, says Sean. Enjoy it, Sean. Rascal Man says Hoyland's been invisible. Well, yeah, he has. No service at all. Graveyard shift. Rashford's gone right wing here. Sloppy passing. Everybody's at it. Yeah, Rashford and Garnacho have swapped. Has anyone passed to Rasmus yet, says David. Here's Mainu. Wan-Bissaka. He's going to have to use Garnacho there. Oh, for fuck's sake. And there it is. Look, in behind Wan-Bissaka. He plays a bad pass and they're in behind him. At least Rashford's tracking back. Got the ball. Play on. Play on. Hi Mark, happy 1 year membership, says Rich. Been watching for the last 4 years. Hey up ref, that's really late. You make games even more exciting. Thanks for what you do. Let's go United. Thanks, Rich. Why is Mainu 18 on his own in the midfield? Says Qatarish. Booking there for Brentford. Yeah, just a bit late on Bruno. Probably should have had a foul, to be fair, Brentford. I don't like to see that, but they probably should have had a foul. Bit of frustration. Whizzer. Bruno with the free kick. In comes the cross. Into Rashford. No, he's not. Didn't want it. Didn't want it enough. Only going to be 1 minute added on here. Well, you'd expect changes at half time. I'll be honest with you. I would make changes, but I don't think he will. I can't see who he'd take off. That's half time, and it's Manchester United 0, Brentford 0. But there's absolutely no doubt that we as football fans can be honest. And well, thank you very much for the follow, Raphael and Sebiel as well. Yagu, welcome to the show. Manchester United are extremely lucky to be 0-0 at half-time. Ivan Toney's hit the post. They've had numerous other half chances. They've had 14 shots to 3, but they've only had 1 on target. And I think that's down to Brentford's bad finishing rather than our great defending. 9 corners to our 1, 14 shots to our 3. It's been a pitiful performance from Manchester United. And yes, I'm sure the usual suspects will go in on the manager. But come on, let's call a spade here. Some of those players, they ain't turned up. I don't know where their mind is. Maybe it's back at St George's Park with Southgate. Maybe he's got in their head, get me the job. Because some of those players are playing absolutely dreadful. I mean, Bruno Fernandes, again, what is he doing? Marcus Rashford, what is he doing? McTominay, missing. Hello? Actually. Hello, is that the police? Yeah. I'd like to report a missing person. About 6'3". Normally short blonde hair, but he's gone for some sort of scruffy look today. No, he's actually quite well off. Yeah, he plays Manchester United. He has a number 3 and a 9 on his back. And first name's Scott, second name McTominay. How long's he been missing? Well, it's a funny one, really. I'd say he's been missing for about 6 years, but every now and again he just pops up with a birthday cake or a goal, and then he disappears again. But yeah, he was meant to be playing. He was meant to be in London tonight playing against Brentford, and he's not turned up again. I would. I know you're busy, and I know it's Saturday night, but I'd appreciate if you did something quickly because we're playing with 10 men, and we need to win. Well, we could sub him. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't. I don't know why we pick him, but yeah. Okay, thanks. Bye. Yeah, you're being you. Yeah, you. Okay, bye. It's Casper the Ghost, isn't it? He's been incredibly invisible. We're not picking up the runners. That's why they're getting so many chances. We're not marking up on corners. We're getting broken on again, time and time again. The midfield is pitiful. Rasmus may as well go and sit next to Erik ten Hag and keep himself warm because he's getting absolutely no service. And then at the end of the half, it's typified by Rashford cutting inside from 30 yards and having a shot. It's the worst of the worst. Bruno's not turned up. McTominay's gone hiding. Rashford's having a bad game. Even Garnacho's having a bad game. Rasmus is not getting any service. Wan-Bissaka's having a bad game at left back. Deleu's not his usual self. I think Lindelof and Varane are probably our best two players, and Mainoo's done quite well as well. Those three are the only three I'd say come out of that half with any positivity. Even Onana is, like a magnet on his line again. So yeah, we're very, very lucky not to be losing. And if I was in there at half time, I'd be saying to Martinez and Casemiro, how fit are you? Because I literally want to get you on. We need to win this game. If we go out in the second half with the same team, we're not going to stay that lucky for that long. So Martinez has to come on. It's a shame for Lindelof, but maybe you put Wan-Bissaka off and put Lindelof at left back. Because Lindelof's done quite well. But I'd bring Martinez on, and I'd bring Casemiro on, and I'd take McTominay off, and I'd say to Mainoo, go into the number 8. And the game will change. The game will change instantly if you put Kobe Mainoo more advanced and put Casemiro holding the midfield. But he's got to do that. He's got to do that. I mean, look, there are other people saying take Rashford off. We know that's not going to happen. We know Bruno's not going to go off as well. Whether that's right or wrong, we know that's not going to happen. But Lee Woolsey says, from the Liverpool game to that was our worst 45 minutes in the season. You know what, Lee? It's on the players. I mean, the amount of bad passes I've seen in that half, like 5-yard passes again. The master of not being able to do that. What are we doing starting Wan-Bissaka? Isn't the lad from the Mourinho days? What on earth? And Lindelof, I'm tired of him, says Constant. I think Lindelof's done all right in a bad game. I haven't had enough alcohol to be watching this. That half was awful, says Z3. Rashford in particular shows he's got no kahunas, says Terence. Rashford and McTominay off, Anthony and Casemiro on, says Mad. Boss says, again, usual bullshit from you, saying the manager ain't at fault. The fullbacks don't know how and when to engage in a press. Look at Garnacho, he's throwing hands, saying, what the fuck should I do, says Boss. Well, I will defend the manager, mate, because I've been watching football for long enough to tell that no Manchester United side should be conceding 14 shots and only having 3, and conceding 9 corners and only having 1 if the players actually turn up. I mean, of course there's a correlation with the manager and he will ultimately take responsibility. The problem I've got, Boss, is you can moan about the manager all you like, but when are you going to moan about certain players who are wearing that shirt? And again, I'd like to report a fraud, because it's fraud by false misrepresentation. They may be wearing a Man United shirt, but they're certainly not a player in them. So yeah, by all means going on the manager. I'm not here to sit and defend the manager, but I also am not here to sit and say that in any way, shape or form those players are doing justice to the shirt. My Chinese just arrived, says David. Perfect timing. Enjoy. Hi, Mark. I've just noticed Rashford and Bruno only pass to certain players. No wonder we can stitch passes together in front. This is a team sport, says Lee. And Naman says, I'm watching United on slow play. Andy Harris says, McTominay's positional awareness is awful. And not playing a holding midfielder has its disadvantages, says Mott. Absolute rubbish, says Connor. Shocking how they perform this game. How can they change from the Liverpool game to this? It's a shambles. And Shane says as well, how can you come off a win against Liverpool like that and then play like this against Brentford? Was saying before the game, Brentford just don't need the ball. Very dangerous, says SK. No urgency at all, says Stephen. And what really what annoys me, says Jamie, is that Ten Hag will probably bring Casemiro on for Mainu instead of McTominay, who offers nothing. Well, as we know with McTominay, he needs to score a goal to have a good game. If you'd never watched football before, you'd think Brentford were Manchester United. They're passing through us like we're cones, says Joseph. And Caleb says, in the attacking third, we end up on the edge of the box, then get countered in one pass. Is it tactics or effort, says Caleb? It's complacency, it's laziness, and it's a lack of concentration with the final ball. I'm sorry, Mark, says Daniel, but Bruno needs to go out and put Eriksen on, and you will see a change. Scott was not aware he was playing football today, says Daniel. Why is Bruno playing above Højlund and below Mainu in certain phases, says D-Want. And Adamski says, I don't care what anyone says. The defence is solid. We need to strengthen our midfield, drop Bruno and our wingers. We need some creativity. Love the content, says Adamski. And how can you blame Ten Hag, says Mr. Kim. Look at these players. And I'm tired seeing Rashford not go in for 50-50, says Alan. Always playing so slow, it's awful, says Adrian. Side-to-side passing is our normal play now. No forward-looking passes. Only one team wants to win, and it's not us. And Z3 Music Official says that Scott McTominay is to this team what Stephen Hawking was to standing up. Get him off the pitch. Harsh words. Why is Rashford marking Tony on corners? It's grim, says Michael Wright. And I don't understand how we don't know how to press, and when we don't know how to deal with the press, every other team knows it's time to fly. What would I do at half-time if I was in charge? As I said, Martinez comes on. I'd probably put Lindelof at left-back, take Wan-Bissaka off. He's struggling. Casemiro comes on for McTominay. Bruno Mainu moves into the number 8. And actually, if I'm being completely honest, it's a risk, but I probably would take Rashford off, put Garnacho on the left and put Anthony on the right, just to send a statement. I'm not happy. Sometimes in sport, you've got to make a big risk. Mourinho would do it. You've got to make a statement and say, look, you're off at half time. You've had a terrible half and my job's on the line here and I can't risk it anymore. And maybe you take the kick up the arse and you play well against Chelsea, but you've not done enough for me today. So that's what I would do. Chris Roy says, how often does Rashford completely ignore the overlapping run? It's infuriating. Chris, I'll tell you something very simple, right? A year ago, 2 years ago, it used to work. The overlapping run of the fullback takes away a player so that Rashford can cut inside and shoot. But people aren't thick. Everybody knows that's what we do now. So the fullback is a decoy for Rashford to cut inside and shoot, but everybody fucking knows it. So he'd do well to actually pass it to the overlapping fullback. Man United FC 28 and Smile Sneak, thank you very much for your follow. Bring on Mount and Casemiro, says Bobby. Same people who blame Jose and... sorry, I'll read that in a moment. Same people who blame Jose and Ollie are now blaming Ten Hag. We need to back the manager, says Roham. Captain Fleisho says, who is our sleeper or am I old? Our sweeper, sorry. It's quite basic, lads. We're playing a low block. That's why we're shit. Liverpool attacked us, so we were able to counter-attack, says Tom. And Brentford will never do that. We're playing, as he says, we are playing a low block. And we've struggled to play against a low block for probably 6 years. Certainly under Mourinho, certainly under Ollie, and certainly under Ten Hag. It's nothing new. We struggle against the low block. Absolutely. Absolutely. We've never been able to do it because we haven't got the players to do it. If you've got James Maddison, Odegaard, De Bruyne, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Mo Salah, Diaz, Son, Kulusevski, these types of players are more than accustomed to playing against the low block. Man United don't have those players. We do not have the right players. And Ten Hag's hinted at it for a long time. We've spoken about it as well. We're only 10 subscribers away on YouTube, by the way, for 837,000. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the United Stand. Don't forget, second half, we've got player ratings for the match reaction I do straight after the final whistle. We've also got the forum as well. Got Ricky on, etc. Beth's on as well. I think it's Kevin Faz. So looking forward to that. We've got to find a way to win this game. I mean, look, we've all found a way. We've all come up with solutions on how we can do it. We've got to find a way in the second half to win this game, because if you're, I mean, look, we don't normally do this, but if you're in the Brentford dressing room or you're a Brentford fan, I'll tell you now for free, you're watching that and you're going, have we missed out on a massive opportunity? Because they should be winning this game of football. No doubt about it. They should be winning. And they've certainly had the chances to do that. We need to step it up big time in the second half. Thanks for the follow. Just therefore, my score prediction, Josh, before the game, I'm absolutely open to the fact that I thought we would win quite comfortably, and I did say 3-1, but United haven't turned up again. And look, I go back to the game I always go back to, the Etihad. We won 3-2 or something like that. And the very next game, we played relegation candidates West Brom at home, and we lost 1-0. So yeah, I'm fully aware of how this works, and I'm fully aware of what could happen in this game, because Manchester United just haven't turned up again. And look, I've said it time and time again. Fire Penny says Brentford are low-key cooking. I think Brentford have had a very good half, but I've said it time and time and time and time again. And some people don't understand it, so I will say it again. I don't trust these players. I do not trust these players. I don't trust them. Because they've never done anything to show that they can be trusted. Game to game, that they're hard to trust, and we're very lucky to still be in this game, and hopefully we can go and win it. But you know, we should be losing. How can you say lazy, complacent, and not be furious and want them gone for good, Mark? It's not acceptable, even once. They've done it all season, says Tamrick. But they've been doing it for years, mate. It's not. I remember under Ollie losing against Everton, and I said, I've had it with these players. I don't trust them. Some of them are still here today. I don't know how many, but some of them are still here today. It's not my job to sell these players. And it's not my job to keep shouting about selling them when we've been doing it for years. Some of them have been here for years. If Ineos don't come in and do it, then they're not this great new dawn we're meant to be. And what I got told 2 weeks ago was that 3 players that probably should be up for sale are not being sold. So, you know, and one of those players is Scott McTominay. How they can sit there in early March and put a message out that they're not selling Scott McTominay is incredible. How they can say Scott McTominay is not for sale in March is ridiculous. And it just shows you again the mentality in that football club. You know, we're fucking rubbish, but we're not going to sell him because he's a good egg and he's been here since the youth team. But that's not how you win things. Pep Guardiola doesn't do that. He doesn't say, I'm not selling Cole Palmer, who's way better than McTominay, by the way. But he doesn't say, I'm not selling Cole Palmer because he came through the youth setup. He's like, yeah, let's cash in. It's homegrown money. I don't need him. But United do it the other way. Will Eric Ten Hag sack himself if he loses today? Eamon, if we lose today, I can't protect him. I don't want him to be sacked if we lose today. I don't agree with that. I think the players need to go first, and I'm not going to move away from that. But it's going to be a world of pain if we lose. You know, I can't sit here and say that, you know, he's not going to have a load of shit. He will. That's nonsense. Eriksen is good at low blocks, but Bruno is never replaced, says Daniel. Players are coming out now. Mark, how is Rashford on 300k a week? It's a joke, says Ali. Well, Harry Maguire's warming up now. I don't fucking get it. Well, Varane's injured. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck a duck. And that's the only sub we've made. Because he's injured. So of all the subs we could make, we're taking our best player off because he's injured. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Kenny, welcome to the Members Club. What's the difference between Aliens and McTominay? Aliens actually exist, says 100T. Who are the players? Just name them, please. What? Bruno, Rashford and McTominay are not for sale. I've told you that before, James. Look at this. This is probably the saddest comment we've had all night from Robert. Varane, man of the match so far, and the club are likely going to sell him in the summer. Well, he's just come off injured, mate. Mark, if a player keeps playing below par and the manager keeps starting him, who is to blame? Says Nigerian investor. I'm Ten Hag in, but he needs to grow a pair and drop players, says Lee. Well, mate, I do agree with you on that. Lindelof and Maguire as centre-backs. I've been here before. I've seen this script before. Played this game before. Captain Feliso says, Sir Alex said about Scholes he had that red mist, but we deal with it because he gives us so much. Who has our red mist today, says Captain. Kenny says that Rashford's got no desire, no energy. Rasmus Mainu will be benched. This team needs a reshuffle. Hi, my name is Rasmus and I live in Manchester and I've gone hungry and hardly fed in months. How do I sign up to Rashford's scheme so he can feed me, says Dan. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Dan. Well done. Well done. Always a bit of comedy in despair is never a bad thing. Corner to Brentford again. Oh, that's a new thing. Starters who mean to go on. Good play by Rasmus. And a foul. What are Brentford looking for here? A penalty? Oh, jog on. Jog the fuck on. Shut the fuck up. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Both go for the same ball. He kicks Garnacho. Shut up and jog on. You cursed Varane in your ranking video last night, says Bashir. And in relation to Varane, who does Rolls-Royce mean when describing him? Is it world class? Because I don't think he is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Maguire is a slabhead, says Joe. And Jesus, Maguire on this club is doomed. Rashford out, says Old Soul. That joke deserves a super chat, says Rastelin. And commentator said it's like for like substitution. There's so little quality and depth, says Yakov. I think we're going to lose. I think we're going to lose. I just don't see anything different in the first few minutes here. And you know me, I'm Mr. Positive. I want Manchester United to win. But we're getting absolutely dominated here. And I'm absolutely stunned that he hasn't made any more fucking changes than that. And why is Martinez on the bench if he can't come on? What, just bringing him for the fucking ride? Like, if you're on the bench, you should be able to fucking come on. Barely. We've not created anything. Here's Rashford. Come on. There we go. Look. Into Bruno. Don't shoot. It's the fucking indiscipline. It's the indiscipline. Look at him shooting from fucking 25 yards again. I'll fucking sub him off for that. Put the cross in the box, mate. I'm tired of it. I said before the game I'm going to call it out every time it happens. That's twice now. Rashford's done it. Bruno's done it. It's disrespectful to the rest of the team to take a pot shot from fucking nowhere. I'm tired of it. And people will go, it was on target. I couldn't give a shit if it was on target. Oh, so if he goes down to Sainsbury's and parks the car in the car park, we should applaud him for going to Sainsbury's. It's fucking pass-back shot, mate. Arrogance, indiscipline, twat. Stop shooting from fucking distance and put the ball in the box. Moments FC again. Here we go. Bit of something going on. Rashford, give it to Bruno. He was thinking about having a shot. Oh, fucking hell. Well done, Mainu. Bruno. Rashford. Put the cross in. Put the cross in. Oh. Bruno. Have a shot. I would have a shot, Delo. Oh, it wasn't far. I don't mind Delo having a shot there. It's not a it's a better position. It wasn't that far off, actually. That wasn't that's a better shot than Rashford and Bruno have had. That's not actually that far off. He's got a good whip on it. The laptop said no subs before the 80th minute mark, says Rahil. Hi, Mark. Don't worry about the centre-backs. McGregor is going to take them out in the octagon. He thrives in these games. Bonus question, does Seb think differently, says Carrie. Luckily for Seb, he's in bed, so he doesn't have to endure this crap. Well, at least we had a couple of minutes in there half. Cheer up, mate, says Joseph. I'll cheer up if we win. Mount on for Bruno. Casemiro on for McTominay, says Jamie. Delo can shoot. He's improved. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wan-Bissaka, that's a 5-yard pass. Missing your man again. Merck says, Hoyland's done well at holding the ball up today, but he's getting swarmed in the box. Maybe they're saying McTominay isn't for sale to raise the price if teams want him, says Ben. That's a good ball into the low. Needs a bit of support. Into Garnacho. Oh, one ball and they've took our midfield out here. Fucking one ball. It's like the Wombles at Wimbledon. Fucking one clearance and we're in a 2v2. The Mark Maguire sub has crippled us. The entire team dropped another level if we weren't already terrible enough, says Oban. True. I need to stretch me back here. Get that stats carousel rolling round as well. And what's going on here? Gone with the short corner. And Bruno was offside from it. Absolutely ridiculous. Cam, thanks for the follow. Fucking hell, I missed the chance by Rasmus. I was too bloody busy moaning. Actually got a pass. I tell you, it was a good bloody save by the keeper, wasn't it? Garnacho and Rasmus have lost ball every time, says Temple City. What is it? Competition to go in on the agenda player of your choice? You won't see me criticising Garnacho, Mainu or Rasmus, mate. Last time I checked, 18, 19 and 21. And fresh recruits into this shower of shit. Some of this lot have been at it for years. I think I'll start with them, thanks. Oh, no! Double save by Onana. Fucking hell, he's just made two really good saves there. Whoa. Not messing about. Bottom right-hand corner. I always give him stick that he can't get down low. He got down low here. So low, he was in Australia. Look at that. Good save. Good save, the first one. And then he's up quick for the second one. Good double save that is. That I'll give him credit. So much I'm going to tweet it. That is big. Why is Ten Hag playing Wan-Bissaka more advanced role than Rashford? He should overlap from the flank, not from the inside. One long ball and it's a 2 versus 2, says Udit. I thought that was going in. Bottom corner, I really don't like Onana's getting down low, so I'm going to give him a lot of credit there. Look at them messing around at the back. It feels like it's almost deliberate to me tonight. The amount of 50-50s we're losing. It's weird. Ollie Foster says, nobody's moaning about Onana now. Yeah, because we don't do player FC, mate. When someone's not playing well, we'll say they're not playing well. And when someone plays well, we'll give them credit. We just don't do player FC. Grow the fuck up. Mark, same Ollie players except 2. I'm just sad, says Artav. Welcome to Members Club, MW. Thanks for following Bobby Q and D. And Cole Ward says, as a Liverpool fan watching football in the 90s, I don't know what happened to United. Vic says it was a pinball paddle save from Onana. I know what you mean, mate. Oh, for fuck's sake. This ref's crap. Mark, United Stan needs to make a t-shirt that says Scouse Busters, says Kaz. Oh, he's bringing on Anthony now. So, let me get this straight. Casemiro and Martinez aren't actually fit. Is that what you're telling me? They're not actually fit because you're not fucking bringing them on. So, basically, it's a con job. They're not fit. Well, fuck a duck. You shouldn't have put them on the bloody bench then, should you? What's the point in putting players on the bench if they can't come on the pitch when we're playing shit? He'll take Garnacho off. He'll keep Rashford on and he'll take Garnacho off. Get ready for this. Attack the bloody ball. Oh, that's so close from Wizza. Nigel says, we've been appalling this game. Back to default settings. Imagine Magaluf and McBurger in 2024. It's nuts, says Mario Franco. Casemiro winning header coming up in injury time, says Richard. Well, Anthony's coming on. It should be for Rashford. I think it's going to be for Garnacho. Yeah. Fucking joke. Fucking joke. He's not. Look, I said if we lose this game, he's got to win this game. Subs have been shocking, says SJV. But what is he trying to do as a coach? Like you can't. You're not going to get away with luck all the time. We've won games late on a lot this season. Who's running the football club? Why is he scared to sub Rashford off before an hour? Why is he scared to sub Bruno off at all? Like, who's really running this football club? Because, you know, I just tweeted it there. If he took Bruno off for Mount or Eriksen, it's probably what Klopp would do. It's probably what Pep would do. Like, you're not having a good game. I've seen Jurgen Klopp take Mo Salah off in the 65th minute, and I've seen Mo Salah kick a chair. And the next game he starts. And yet at Man United, there are certain players that will not get taken off. No matter how bad they play, you can stay on. And you know, Bruno himself has admitted he's not played well this season. And yet, he is unsubbable. Well, I'm sorry, there's no credibility to that. It's only a matter of time. Brentford have played so well. Over the bar, back post. Fucking hell, I tell you what, a lot of people like to watch Harry Potter over the Easter holidays. You're watching an episode here. This is magical how we're not 1-0 up, 1-0 down. It's Brentford have been all over us. Who else are you going to put on the bench as Eric Moore? Well, people who actually can play, mate. Well, what's the point in Martinez and Casemiro being there? They're clearly not fit. Wakas says, what more does Rashford need to do to get subbed? Well, he won't get subbed now because there's actually no sub to bring on who can take him off. So Rashford will play the first full 90 minutes now. Let's just hope he wins it. LeBron says, cheer up, you're so handsome. No, that's not going to get us 3 points, mate. Ant says, I don't understand why Rashford runs into 5 players instead of finding a pass. He's genuinely stealing a living. The amazing thing is, if this finishes 0-0, I was doing some checks for the preview. There's an 85% chance when you play at Brentford that both teams will score. I'd say there's absolutely no chance that we're going to score. I'm Ten Hag in, but the bias towards Rashford is a disgrace. Sends the wrong message to the youngsters. Awful. These players need to stick double standards. Says Old Soul, wrong world. Steps, thanks for the follow. Well, I've not noticed McTominay in 20 minutes since the second half. I've not noticed him. Bruno, same old. Even Mainu has regressed this half. I don't think I've seen us play so many bad passes in one game as well. Oh my God. Here they are in the box, Brentford. Yeah, I scrubbed what I said about Chelsea. They'll beat us. We need Elise as much as the centre-backs as Andy. Mate, we need to get hold of that midfield. I mean, we've literally lost the midfield for an hour now. We've never got hold of the midfield. Games are won and lost in the midfield. The reason Brentford have had 50 corners and 90 shots is because they're controlling the midfield. They're absolutely swamping us in the midfield. They've just done it there. Like, there's 4 players around Rasmus. I can't, you know... Oh, just over the bar from Tony. How have they not scored? Kubo subbed at half-time and Johnson won Spurs the game. Kulusevski, says AJ. The sad thing is Brentford aren't actually playing out their skins. They're just having a standard game. Not seen as look this bad in a while, says Nick P. You know, and people will be going on about Ivan Toney, by the way, but that's because they don't understand football. I mean, he's had 4 or 5 chances in this game. Like, we haven't created that at all. So, you know, you put Ivan Toney in a Man United side, he'll be sat there with his thumb up his arse. Like, there's nothing going on up front for Man United. Oh, my God. Lindelof. Well done, Maguire. Here we go. Long balls again. Fucking wasteful, fucking long ball Hollywood balls again. Liverpool will be licking their lips, says Danny. Oh, mate, they'll shit us out. They'll chew us up and eat us and shit us out. At half-time, I had hope because of our strong bench. I'm back in Ten Hag, but the subs are ridiculous. If I was Ten Hag, I'd rather lose my job for subbing them than playing them, says Stephen. And Mark, what is this myth McTominay plays for the badge? Never runs back, hides off the ball. It's ridiculous, says Esteban. Muppeteers is laughing at your tweet in a quote tweet. He may have the biggest bias for Rashford I've ever seen. Daniel, I don't interact with people like that because they're running on a PR trip, aren't they? If you can't honestly see how bad Rashford's been today, then one, you don't know what football is, or two, you're trying to do it for some interaction with Rashford and his brand, aren't you? Which we're not going to do. We're going to see it for what it is. All I care about is Man United, and Rashford is amongst a number of other players that hasn't put his shift in today, which is why I purposely mentioned Rashford as well, Bruno as well. Lindelof's done his hamstring. And stupidly, we don't put the fucking ball out. Well done. Well done, Bruno. Keep the ball in. Yeah, Lindelof's done his hamstring. That's another injury for us. There we go. That's another injury. Yeah, coming off. Now, is Martinez fit? Yeah. Well, if he was fucking fit, he should be on the bloody pitch anyway. Oh, dear. Well, a point's no good to us anyway. A point's no good to us anyway. Maybe Martinez can get us higher up the pitch. Mark, if we lose here, lose to Chelsea and lose to Liverpool, how on earth are we finishing 6th, says Jim. Hello from LA, says Chris. I see Ed Glazer every day. You guys want me to send him a message. Also, I think United need a new left winger, says Chris. How can fans back Eric? Our player approach is so bad, says Sam. I don't think it's about not backing the manager, mate. I think it's about looking at certain players and saying that they're not doing it. You're going to pub after work, Mark, says Darren. Not tonight. When are you going to become the next manager, says James. Bad decisions today, says Josh. And David says it feels like Liverpool was all a bad dream, a good dream. I'd bring Bienda on and put an Arna in the midfield for McTominay, says Jack, at this rate. I mean, it's just backs to the wall. You know what? The best way of describing this is it's like we're playing with 9 men. It's like we've had 2 people sent off. It really is. All for Football, thank you very much for the follow. And BR1624 as well. Mark should be Southgate's replacement, says Rick. My back's hurting now. I'm going to have to stretch it out in a minute. I'm just in the position now where if we can nick a goal and win the game, and they've just had another. He's not even marked in the box, and he's had an overhead kick. Royal says, I genuinely can't take this football or tactics that are based on individuals. Bruno's hoofball to Rashford. Big summer for names to be sold, says Royal. Brentford is playing how we should be playing. Our players are looking lazy except for maybe 2 players. Hopefully Martinez can change that, says Ivan. Well, Brentford are going to freshen it up with a couple of subs here. Although we have made Maguire, Anthony, Martinez. Can we make any more subs? I know you can have 5, but aren't you meant to do it in no play style, no passion? Says Extra's Revenge. And I can't believe Garnacho went to the bench and Rashford stays on. Eric Ten Hag should be the manager, but things like this make me want to have Ollie back, says Adrijo. Sakin makes a good point. It's laziness from the players because the manager accepts the poor performances and doesn't take them off. Hate to say it, but I'm losing faith in Ten Hag, says Nerd. And rather than have Højlund and Rashford as strikers, get Casemiro on for McTominay, says Davin. I must say, it's starting to have the feel that we might just nick it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Look at Rashford again, running into 2 players when we've got 3 players in the box. Edge of the box. Have a shot. Don't have a shot. Anthony. Again, I don't agree with that. I know people will say it was close, but I don't agree with it. I've criticised Rashford. I've criticised Bruno. And Anthony does this all the time as well. It's not close, mate. It's not going in. The keeper's got it covered. It's a waste. It's just another shot from distance. And look at how they've played through the press there. And where's everybody? Where's the midfield again? Goal. Offside. Ivan Toney's offside. Fucking hell, I was like that then. But that all comes from a shit press. And then look at the gap again. Look at the low block again. Where's just the same old shit? I'll tell you what, it's close, but I think he is offside. Yeah, he is. He is. He's offside. Well, I say he's offside. You never know with these lines. If I was a Brentford fan, I'd say it's close. I think this is going to be close. If Rashford and Bruno... He's offside. Fucking hell. If Rashford and Bruno get sold along with Ten Hag sacking, would you agree with it, says Royal? And what wages are Martinelli, Saka on? Realistically, Rashford should not be above 2/3 of that, says Yakov. Would you have Havertz at Manchester United, says Lino? I'm just going to drop the player ratings in the video description on YouTube, by the way. You can start voting early if you want to. I mean, there may be... I don't think a lot's going to change in the next 15 minutes that's going to boost somebody's scoreline here. I mean, I'm struggling to think of anybody who's over a 6. And there's a lot below, but I can't think of anybody who's above a 6. Average. Yep, United getting away with one there as well. Look, United through and through. I want us to win by any means now, but I'm not going to sit here and lie. Brentford will be robbed again, as they were at Old Trafford, if they don't win this game. Playing like strangers, says Nerd Immunity. Hardy says he could hear Ten Hag shouting, get back on the TV, and they're all jogging. Marcus says the lack of ability and quality to retain the ball in the final third is killing us. Udit says this team is only good for counters. No player takes charge. All they do is try for a long ball, says Udit. Verin says Eric Ten Hag will be in for a surprise when Southgate takes control. Yeah, but I mean, I don't want Southgate to manage England. It'll manage Man United. It will just be back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer days again. You know, 2 holding midfielders, deep defensive line. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat just saying they don't know who to blame, but I mean, first and foremost, I think it's the players in the shirts. But I can't sit here and say, in all honesty, that I'm not stunned by the substitutions. Like, Bruno should be off and Rashford should be off. And they're not off for some weird reputational reason that wouldn't happen at Man City, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool. It wouldn't happen. So why is it happening at Man United? Why are some players at Man United above being subbed? I don't understand it. Bruno has been shocking again. Rashford has been shocking again. And we keep him on the pitch because they might produce a moment. And yet you've spent £55 million on Mason Mount. There are options on the bench that are, deserve a chance. And they're not being given a chance because we're giving players who deserve to be subbed more chances to produce a moment. And they've been bad all season. This team does not deserve European football, says Give It to Mike. Well, I watched Spurs today and I saw a lot of the Villa game and we don't deserve top four. Absolutely not. But look at Brentford. They win every 50-50. Jonathan says, look forward to this all day. You and me, mate. And what an utter disappointment it's been. Players need to give their heads a shake, says Jonathan Matthews. Dukem says, do you think Ten Hag's scared of of Rashford and Bruno? He might be scared of their influence in the dressing room. When he's on thin ice, if you take them off and they turn against you, maybe. Player power. Player power. Bar. I tell you what, we bit more woodwork than a carpenter today, Brentford. Grow a pair, says Eric. Get Mount on, says Amir. Ben says, I know we all like to analyse, but let's be honest, the delayed sale always meant this season was a write-off. We just need to wait until the summer, says Ben. Well, yeah, I'm at the point now where I'd never mean it, but Brentford deserve to win. They deserve to win. Need big changes in the summer, says John Breeze. Hi Mark, can you say happy 40th to my dad, Tommy? He got me into the United Stand 4 years ago and loves the channel more than I do, says Stylix. Happy birthday to Tommy. I'd love to say hopefully we can give you a birthday present, but I think it will be Brentford giving that birthday present. Not a present. Ranić exposed Rashford and other players and didn't mind Rashford sold. Of course, the club rejected the facts and binned him, says Royal. I've seen better effort from government employees, says Jay Wood. Well, we've got a double substitution here. Mason Mount is coming on, and Casemiro is coming on. What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? McTominay and Mainu. I'll give you a bet. McTominay and Mainu. Easy subs, and Bruno stays on. Yeah, Mainu. Yeah, and now it's going to be McTominay for Mount. No, it's Rashford. Well, fair fucking play. Fair play. I mean, I still think Bruno should be coming off as well, to be fair. Mark, one of the reasons I hate Ten Hag is he allows for this from Rashford and Bruno, yet somehow had a problem with Ronaldo, says Nickett. But McTominay stays on and Mainu comes off. I mean, you know what's going to happen again. Casemiro's going to get overrun because you've just took Mainu off now. So all that happens is Casemiro gets overrun, McTominay stays forward, Mount goes forward, Bruno stays forward. Brentford have played really well. Here's Bruno. Don't shoot from there. For fuck's sake, man! I'm fuming with it! I'm absolutely fuming with it! Stop fucking shooting from bloody nowhere, you absolute selfish prat! It's infuriating. It's so selfish. We're playing absolutely shit and we're trying to produce a moment of magic. I'll tell you what, if I was Rasmus, I'd run over to him, I'd get him in a headlock and I'd do a bloody DDT or whatever it's called. Stone Cold Stunner. See, another Hollywood pass, just easy to defend. It's fucking rubbish, Bruno. You know what? If you took him off and brought Eriksen on, could it be any worse? Could it be any... you know, I love Bruno Fernandes. I'm not saying this with any satisfaction, but sometimes you've got to say a turd is a turd. It definitely ain't Moose. And if he wasn't playing and you put Eriksen there, could it be any worse? That's my point. Man of the match is the post, says DGen, 100%. Being so poor, my dad is loving the commentary though, says Lewis. Jay Wood says he probably didn't realise McTominay is there. That's why he kept him on. The lack of desire and leadership is terrible, says Murray. Can't believe I wasted 2 hours of my life, and a great quote about taking it up with God on this garbage. I'm going to sleep now, says Jack Glancy. Over the bar. Fucking hell. How have they not won this game? Ivan Toney. Tracy Taylor, shout out to your grandson, William Jacob, who passed at 11 weeks. Sorry to hear that. Oh, bloody hell. The only player above 6 is Onana, I guess. Worst match I've seen. Says Tibor. On a Saturday night as well, at Easter. I said before, no, I don't care who does it. It could be Garnacho, Rasmus, I don't care who does it. But the fact that it's been Bruno more than anybody else doesn't surprise me. But I said before the game, I was going to shout out and not be happy about shots from outside the box. And we've seen it fucking constantly. And I'll say this now. If we win this game, I will celebrate it massively. Just the same as I celebrated it when we beat Brentford at home. But obviously, I can't sit there if we do win it and lie and say we're fine. I'll say, yabba dabba do, we've got 3 points and that's brilliant. But we absolutely do not deserve them. Brentford deserve this game. Whatever happens in the next 10 minutes, Brentford deserve it, not us. What's Martinez doing there? What was Martinez doing there? I think he thought he was playing for Brentford. Scott McTominay's John Cena. You can't see me, says Rob. I thought Casemiro got the ball. Fucking ref. I thought Casemiro got the ball there. No, definitely didn't. The only surprise is he didn't get a yellow card. I think I can see what Martinez was trying to do. He's outside of the foot to Delo, but absolutely fucked it up. Free kick on the edge of the box. It's a good position. Well, no, it's not a good position. We shouldn't be conceding from here. 0-0 with Brentford. Who would have thought that? Well, it shouldn't be 0, but we should be 0. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. How are we allowed to make those last subs? We'd already made 3 separate subs, says Chris. I think you can make 3 separate subs in game time. Half time is different. Free kick goes wide. Oh God. Brentford Rugby FC with these balls over the bar, says Braden. And Xander says, I love your Scottish accent impression, Mark. From one Scotsman to another, this is pure brutal. Get the crisis video ready for That's Football, Mark, says Sack. Unfortunately, I can't do that because I've got the United stand, so I don't, but I would do. 4 minutes to go. Absolute. I mean, give me a title for the match reaction. Shit show, disgrace, shambles, embarrassing. Look at those stats. 28 shots to 9, 14 corners to 2. I mean, amazingly, they've only had 4 shots on target, the same as us. I mean, if Brentford could finish, be a very different game. Yeah, forget Champions League football. It's gone. Brentford have just been energetic and they've wanted it more than us. And these balls are a waste of time. Long balls. Absolute waste of time. Corner ball to Manchester United. Come on, Harry! Harry Maguire's... Oh, no, is he giving a goal kick? No, he's giving a corner. No. Is he giving a corner or a goal kick? Don't show me Ten Hag! I just know Marpe's going to score at the end. No, that can't happen, Connor. I've already done the clip about that. Why are we looking at Ten Hag for so long? Is it a corner to Manchester United? For fuck's sake, sack the camera guy. It's a goal kick. Wanker. Honestly, the worst performance of the season, says Jefferson. A new low. Yeah, terrible. Absolutely terrible, mate. Not going to lie. James says, does it come down to the centre of the park having no flow? Is it Bruno stopping his play? I don't get it. Jack says, if Brentford could finish it, it'd be 9-0. Yeah, I don't disagree. Next title, absolute bollocks again, says Wayne. Mount has come on the left wing, Kiffle. And flaccid football, Varane at the back, but lacking Viagra at the front, says official Moxie. Marp and Delo have just clashed heads. Hi Mark, cheers from Oklahoma. I'm Ten Hag in, but his tactics are weird. They don't make sense. If he keeps it up, he'll lose his job. Two minutes of normal time to go. Probably 7 or 8 added on. I mean, honestly, I'm still hanging in there for a United winner, which is absolutely idiotic. We should really be praying for full time and take a draw, which is no good for us. But player ratings, links in the video description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. An absolute disgrace of a performance by Manchester United. No two ways about it. Obviously, I'm going to keep most of this back for my match reaction, but I just think that, honestly, yeah, you can talk about the manager, but, you know, you look at your big players again. Bruno Fernandes, absolutely terrible. Terrible. Shouldn't be on the pitch. You know, Rashford gets a lot of stick, and he should have been subbed off. He was rubbish, but I'm starting to say this now. Who's the most important player in the team? The number 10 or the winger? The number 10 is more instrumental in the team. So you can moan about Rashford, and he did deserve to come off. But I'm not having it all piled onto Rashford or anybody else. Rashford deserved to come off and maybe should have come off sooner. But the number 10 is more influential, and 9 minutes added on. And the number 10 sets the tone for how you play. And we refuse to take the number 10 off. So you know, I don't get it. Bruno himself, in an interview, has admitted he's not playing well. So why are we not taking him off? Maybe if you drop him, he might start playing well. But he's put in, you know, player ratings for me, Bruno, 4. And he's the guy that runs that team. Now, if you take Bruno off and you put Eriksen on, we're going to play in a different way. It might be worse. It might be worse, but we will 100% play different if you take Bruno off for Eriksen, or you put McTominay where Bruno is, or you put Mount where Bruno is. We will play differently. And I don't understand why we haven't changed that. I don't. It makes no sense. You know, it's like the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Please do subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're going into 9 minutes of added time here. There'll be more than that because we've not started playing again. So I think we're probably going to play about 11. All serious, though, says official MUFC. It's unfair how much pressure is being put on Mainu to perform. I wouldn't have took Mainu off, actually. I don't know why Mainu came off. I think Mainu and Casemiro would have given us more stability in the midfield. I mean, Scott McTominay, you'll notice my missing persons. They've still not found him. So, yeah. Can't wait for the next international break, says Anthony. Well, you know, top 5's gone, isn't it? So we had to win. I mean, Bruno there has just left the ball. Wan-Bissaka's gone ahead of him. Lack of communication. Well done, Martinez, but it's on the front post and we keep it in. Edge of the box. Nobody's there. Good block. Second ball. Head it away. Casemiro. Little back heel. Mount does well. Better. Go on, wide. That's a foul. Book him. Cheat. Yakov says, if I could sum up United to an alien, it'd be we play a 4-1-5 formation and the front 5 barely have the ball. Sign Henderson and bring in Southgate, says YTV review. Jack says 73 touches in our box for Brentford and 2.5 XG. This is League One level football, not even Championship, says Jack. These players are a fraud and they are poor clones, says Terence. I mean, look at this. We're in stoppage time and no one wants to give the ball. No one wants to get the ball off Wan-Bissaka on a throw-in. Look. Eric Ten Hag's tans must be tied, says Stephen. Casemiro's the pass. Yeah. Here we go. Bruno crosses it. No, McTominay. Anthony. Oh, are they going to break now? Fucking hell. Here we go again, look. Go on. Well done. And again. Second ball. Fucking hell. Look at McTominay. I mean, fair play. McTominay's not even been mentioned this half, and I think that's because no one fucking knew he was playing. I mean, Bruno's had it. Rashford's had it. A few other players have had it. McTominay's had nothing because nobody fucking realised he's playing. Coventry would beat us today, Jack. Yeah. 2 more losses than most ever for us want next season, says Liam. They're all spineless. Nothing to be excited about with this group of players, says Ali. Fucking hell, mate. I'd probably give man of the match to Onana just for that double save, to be honest. And the post. The post is definitely man of the match, but then probably Onana. Lucas says, give it to the woodwork. As much as I love the podcast, I think we need Goldbridge saves United first. Also, please check the game stats. They're very embarrassing. Here's Anthony. Go on. Just sprint. Nah, he doesn't want that. Great defending by Brentford. Well done, Rasmus, though. Look at Brentford, though. They're so hungry. Lovely play by Casemiro. Anthony. Oh. Mount! Get in! 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 1-0 to Manchester United in the 96th minute. Wow! 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 Come on! Come on! Come on! I can't. You just gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. You've got to laugh. I can't believe it. Lovely ball by I think it's Casemiro who waits the pass. I think I said get in. I mean, it's just fights. We actually fought in the build-up here. Anthony, Rasmus really fights. I mean, it's probably a foul. Referee's right in front of it, though. Referee's right in front of it. What a finish by Mason Mount. Oh! It's a lovely... I tell you what, that's a bloody good finish on his left foot. That is a great finish on his left foot. Florian's just gifted 20 memberships. Ronan, I'll break down if Morpay scores. We have been shit. I mean, we have been absolute shit. There is no way I am going to sit here and go, oh, what a tactical masterpiece. I mean, Brentford... I'm Brent. Hello, I'd like to report a robbery. Yeah. I don't know where Brentford is in London, but they've been robbed. Yeah, it's disgusting, really. But I feel I have to do it, even though I'm ecstatic that they have been robbed. Bye. It's true. I mean, they'll probably go and get an equaliser now because they bloody deserve it. But yeah, I mean, just. How many times have we done this season? They're in the box. Oh, no. There we go. 1-1. Just couldn't fucking... I tell you what for free. What a waste of time that was. What an absolute fucking waste of time that was. This lot couldn't fucking mark a piece of paper. I've said that one before. I tell you what. If you ask this lot to mark their nose, they'd end up with a finger up their arse. Absolutely. How the hell is a man on the edge of the box? They're miles onside. How is he unmarked here? How are they all unmarked? What's McTominay doing? You're a fucking midfielder, mate. How are we not marking him up here? What's McTominay doing? You're a midfielder. Why are you in a centre-back position? There's just too many players on the 6-yard box. I can't believe it. I tell you what, marking absolute shit again. And that's that. That's that, innit? That's that. Fucking idiots. Absolute fucking idiots. They nearly rob it. Well, we don't deserve to win it. I mean, look, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm devastated, because we don't deserve to win it anyway. But the fact that you scam a goal and then you concede straight away, fucking idiots. Absolute fucking idiots. How do you do that? How do you rob someone and then give it them back? It's like breaking into the Tower of London with the perfect heist, nicking the crown jewels, and then walking around London with them on your head and getting nicked. Just fucking idiots. Just don't believe. And look, that's on the manager. Keeping McTominay on the pitch. Fucking idiot. What is he doing? He should be marking midfielders. I can't speak. I can't speak. I can't speak. I genuinely can't speak. I'm just stunned. Bantered us, haven't they? Oh, go on, McTominay. It's all right. Your shit performance is fine now because you showed a bit of passion for the shirt in the 100th minute. Well done. I've got into a bit of a fight. Scooby-Doo, pick me for the next 2 years. Give me a contract. Fuck off. Rubbish. Rubbish performance. Rubbish game. They've bantered us at the end. But, you know, I wish we hadn't scored that and it had stayed 0-0. Martinez limping, says Danny. Roll on this summer. Bantered. Been bantered. Fancy winning. Fancy scoring a goal like that in stoppage time and then drawing the fucking game. Oh, fucking believe it. You know what it's like? It's like, imagine getting to go consensually with your dream girl or boy, right? And you do it. And you think, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've actually done it. And then when you've done it, they take off a mask. And it's bloody your worst nightmare. Ha, the joke's on you. And you enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it for a little bit. Now I fucking hate it. I hate that Mount goal now. Means nothing. Do you play ratings? Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Absolute twats. Just unbelievable. And I'm going to give Bruno Fernandes a 3. I'm not messing around anymore. I'm tired of it. Why does he get away with it? Still time for Brentford to win this. I don't know what I'm moaning about. We could still lose it. Take the bloody draw. Oh, look at McTominay heading it to a Brentford player under no pressure. They're in again. Watch the cutback. Here's Casemiro. He's got nobody. He needs to pass it into Anthony. Anthony ain't going to get that. Fucking rubbish. And that's the final whistle. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Thanks for the follow, Bensick. Football, eh? I mean, the United players don't look that bothered. They're all shaking hands with the ref, having a smile. Fucking get rid of these players. Get rid of those wankers. I haven't fucking got a clue what. They've just ended the season. It's over. Fucking hell. I don't know. Imagine if the mask comes off and it's McTominay, says Ali. I daren't go on Twitter. I daren't go on Twitter tonight because all I know, I know exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be me going, get in, get in, get in, and then it's going to clip to, we couldn't fucking mark a touch our nose, a finger up the arse, I can't believe it. It's just there. Memed by Man United again. Someone get me a job that's credible. Like, you know, Parkinson used to do an interview show. Get me that. Because all I'm going to get known for, because of these prats, is stupid fucking reactions that end up seconds later making me look a complete prat. Fucking joke. Brentford should have won that game, though. No doubt about it. Right, I'm going to go straight over to the match reaction. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. I need to vent. I'll see you on the match reaction in about a minute. Take care, everyone.